with Christ as our standard. Urban Family Talk.
I hear a lot of what my white brothers say, things like this. They say, America has been, we honored God in years past, and today we have turned away from God, and therefore God's bringing judgment down on us, okay? Now, that's true if you're going to look at it in terms of what I call the Christian consensus. This is what Francis Schaeffer taught me about, the Christian consensus. Basically, what that means is that if you were to go, say, 100 years ago, maybe 150 years ago, and ask the average person in the street, what is the gospel, they could tell you. They can tell you very clearly. But you ask that question today to the average person in the street, they couldn't tell you.
Right.
So back in 150 years ago, there was a general agreement that Christianity was true, and et cetera, et cetera. America was broadly evangelical back in those days. Today, the Christian consensus is gone. As a matter of fact, now we live in a time of anti-Christian hostility. Okay, and so from the dominant culture side, you can say that America has turned away from God, et cetera. Things are going to pot. But when we look at it in terms of racial ethics, that will be more from an African-American perspective. I would say that America was really anti-Christian in the way we experienced America.
Okay.
Up until recently. And, like when the whites say, ever since the 60s, we've kind of gone downhill. We no longer honor God. Actually, in terms of the way we are treated from an African-American point of view, America has finally become more Christian. I am treated today in America more Christianly than I was back in the days when we had the so-called Christian consensus.
Setting a standard. Setting a standard in Christ. Urban Family Talk.